we got a guest. We had a friend, a sister, Rough Rider sister.
Yeah.
Did a pop up.
Yeah.
Came through. Shout out to my girl Yemaya.
Big mama. Big mama.
Big mama. She's New Jersey Rough Rider. She got her crown. She is wearing her crown.
BBB in the motherfucking building. What's up, baby?
BBB? Triple B?
Yeah, BBB. Big Bad Burlington.
Oh, okay. Oh, my
Burlington.
bad.
We talk heavy out there.
Yeah, they
Shit.
do.
Said that with all confidence.
They just had a state event. We were just there.
You was just at my state event.
Hello.
I was the
In
girl that
Atlantic
was
City?
walking around with the mic.
Yo,
The loud girl that was walking
I
around with
was
the mic.
high. You know that. I was high as hell.
You guys did your thing though. That was dope. That party was
Y'all, I
nice.
was so shocked to see you there. Shout out to you.
What?
I was.
Shocked
I was.
to see me. You
I
think
didn't-
I was gonna come?
I didn't think he was gonna pull up.
She don't think info be outside. That's
I'm
crazy.
totally out.
No,
Your
for
info
real.
be
Listen,
outside.
because I be outside, and that was the
totally-
first time that I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, okay, sis."
But shout out to
Hold up.
Yemaya because you showed up for the Timberland ride out we did on a Thursday afternoon, and she brought half her jersey with her. So shout
Cancel
out to
all
her.
my plans. Like, yo,
Right?
we out there. Listen, I ain't have no bike. I ain't have nothing. But I was like, I'm in the building. I just rode. That was the first time I ever rode backpack. So I just looked at my bro like, oh, I'm in the building. Like, I'm just gonna have to ride on the back of this joint with you. Like, they know I ride, but I'm out here today. So yeah, shout out to that.
You
That was
ride,
fun.
but that was your first time riding backpack.
Yeah.
You just kind of like a little iffy, or you really?
Hell
didn't care
yeah,
about
because
it?
he ride like a Can-Am, so like I'm used to a two-wheel bike. Yo, when he was hitting them corners on that Can-Am, I was holding on for dear life. Like, I ain't lying to nothing. I felt like I was about to fly off that chair.
But it was fun. It was a dope ride out.
It was a dope
lot of
ride
fun.
out.
You guys did it.
I loved the when we got, what is it, commercial? When the commercial came back, the one y'all posted on the
Oh
Rough Riders
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
But I was like,
With
look
the
at little
energy
old
drink.
my in there. Ah, go girl.
She made the cut.
I
She
made the cut.
commercial cut. Yeah, you
I
did.
did.
Listen.
I was shocked.
Everybody was looking good, and then they really
Jersey held it down. Hold on. Let me hold on. First of all, let me
go
shout out.
Definitely.
Let me
Shout 'em
shout
out.
out
Shout 'em
BBB right now, because when I tell you we showed up and showed out for that parade, my bro, shout out to my bro Bates, man. He made the cover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My line brother B Rich made the magazine and the commercial
Yeah.
because he was out there doing burnouts.
Yeah.
So like we really held it down for the even the whole Ruckus Park scene.
Totally.
With
All Jersey.
why this Jersey
It's
was
all
in there.
Jersey.
Like I know it fell off the charger again. It's alright. We thugging it.
Listen,
I'm
no,
gonna just fall off the chair.
I'm
Nah.
not even
Yeah.
gonna deny Jersey really showed up. Yeah, and they showed out. So if it really wasn't for Jersey, we wouldn't have had like the
You heard that, y'all? If it
people
wasn't
that
for
we was
Jersey.
in.
Shout out to Jersey.
Shout out to Jersey. And that's, you know why, and that was the reason why I really made a point to come to the event.
In Atlantic City, word.
To their
Word.
stadium.
Look. He about 10 minutes too late. Like, oh yeah, Atlantic City.
That's
Nah,
right.
nah.
I want whatever you was smoking, yo. I want whatever you was
Whoa.
smoking. Nah, that was a delayed reaction right there.
Nah, I was finishing 6 sentences. Nah, but I fucked with that shit. Like, you know, I would like. Of course, I'm not new to Atlantic City, but like that event, like specifically, like that, like niggas was heavy in attendance out there. Like I fucked with that type of shit. Word. Had niggas from Canada, all types of shit. I was like,
Canada, we had
What the fuck?
Hawaii in the building.
Word.
Who else we
Tropics?
had?
That's my
Yeah,
girl.
Tropics. Yeah,
that's
she's
my
so
girl.
sweet. Love
Isn't she
her.
a sweetheart?
Love her.
They did it.
Canada
Everybody-
came through deep. They was like 20 plus.
Really? From
Yeah.
Canada?
Yeah.
Yeah, came
yeah,
through
yeah.
They
deep.
was
Shout out to
deep.
Canada.
Yeah, because we have Rob and them up there. They have a show on Rough Rider Radio. Heat
Word.
in the Streets, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They've been big supporters. No, everybody supports Jersey. You guys have some of the biggest parties. Like Essex County, they always have a big
Shout out
party.
to Essex. Essex, you just
Yeah.
jumping in on the check-in. Shout out to Essex.
Jersey is Jersey strong.
Jersey strong, for real.
Yeah.
Nobody does it like Jersey. That was our motto. We also Jersey.
Also
When
Jersey.
you come to Jersey, you get a different type of vibe.
Yeah.
I mean, depends on where some people from. They say we're a little mean, but
Where you at? Not necessarily where you from. I mean,
Right.
I guess where you from too, but where you at?
I
too.
think
Shit.
you know, we come from Jersey. We come from a little bit. I mean, New York too. They come
Right.
from a little bit of a harder background, so you know, it take a little bit for you to warm up to us and get used to it. I'm just an anomaly, so I like.
But
people.
isn't Jersey more?
Yeah.
Jersey's like more suburbia too, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on where you at in Jersey. Jersey is actually one of the richest states to live in. Yeah.
Because some of those subdivisions you have out there.
That is ridiculous. The
Was
cost
it
of living in
Franklin
Jersey
Lakes
is
and
crazy.
Like, yeah, it's big money.
The cost of living in Jersey is crazy.
Really?
Yes.
I thought it would be cheaper to move to
Yeah,
Jersey.
from New York. Yeah.
Not from like St.
Yeah,
Louis,
no.
Yeah, it's
Like,
expensive.
I remember when I ran a marketing company for 10 years, so I traveled all over. Like, when I moved to Ohio, I hated it, one. But two, the cost of living was so cheap, I thought it was a scam.
Right.
Like, my first apartment when I moved out there was like $650, and I had like a 2-bedroom apartment. It had like 1.5 baths, living room, dining room, balcony, and I was like, this is
I
crazy.
can't believe it.
Yeah, no, I was like, no way.
They're scamming me.
Yeah, no way. Because in Jersey, this would have cost me like $1,500.
Right.
So to get it for $650, I was like, this is crazy. It's the hood.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, am I got no crackheads?
But
Yeah,
then,
it's some
your
type of
cost of
catch
living,
to
you
it.
don't get paid very well. Your cost
Right.
of living is down.
Right.
So
Right.
you
So yes, the I think the minimum wage was horrible. I wasn't working minimum wage, but it was horrible out there at the time. It was probably like $8.15 or something like that. It sucked. And thank God that I did my own, my own thing, and we made decent money out there. But from where we lived at, it was kind of like, and I lived in Cincinnati, so where we was at, it was like all the broke people was either at the top of the mountain or the bottom of the mountain, and then in the middle is where you be considered the middle class, upper
Right.
middle class, and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So long as I wasn't at the top of the mountain and the bottom of the mountain, I was straight.
Word.
I was like, I'm straight.
Word.
So when did you join Rough Riders? Like how long ago was that?
I ain't even been here 3 years yet, sis. Yeah, it's crazy, right?
You're making a hell of an impression.
Not even 3 years.
How you doing it?
February of class of 2022. February
Wow.
2022. I came in the Rebel.
Yeah.
I did, because even when I was prospecting, at the time I was still in college. When I was prospecting, I had just went back to school. I was like a couple months into getting my bachelor's degree. So I actually started prospecting by accident. I always tell people this story. I was riding my bike around the neighborhood. It was shortly after the pandemic. Everything was starting to open up. I was like, I can't do this in the house stuff. I'm gonna learn how to ride a motorcycle or something. It's always something I wanted to do.
Okay.
Fire.
So ended up buying a motorcycle that March. Was riding around the neighborhood, just getting used to riding. One day I was riding past this girl house, and she came running outside with her bathrobe on, like screaming, like, hey, hey. I'm like, yo, I could hear her through my helmet, so I knew she was screaming loud. So I ended up turning around, and she's like flagging me back to her, like, come here. And she was like, my mom said that she spoke to you, and she said she saw you riding. She was like, I see you got a 300. I got a 300 too. Let's go riding together. And I was like, oh, lit. Because I didn't know nobody, to ride with. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. Maybe a friend.
Right.
She texted me that night and was like, hey, a friend of mine's doing this ride out in the morning. You should come with me. I'm like, all right, cool.
Not even knowing what you
Not even knowing where I was
Wow.
going. So I'm like, didn't even tell this girl. Like, I only
Who's the
ride.
girl?
She's a friend of mine.
We're gonna keep it as a friend of hers.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's a
Your
friend of
friend.
mine.
No need to say her name.
Yeah. No babes, no
Who
trades.
brought
Shout out
you?
to her though.
No, I was just curious.
Nah,
like,
her
who
name's
brought you-
Ebony. Her
who
name.
brought
She
you
didn't
in?
bring me in. She wasn't even a
Oh.
Rough Rider. That's the crazy part about it.
Okay.
So she was like, my homegirl is having her boyfriend is doing this event, and she was like, you should come with me. I'm like, all right, cool. Little do this girl know, I ain't never been on no highway a day in my life.
Oh my God.
So I only rode my bike like around the city, like on the streets, traffic lights and
You just
stuff
turn
like
the
that.
corners.
Yeah. So she's like, I'm like, where's that? She's like, it's in Burlington. And I'm like, I live in Trenton at the time. I'm like, Burlington. I'm like,
That's
so my GPS, I'm like, that's about
highway.
25, 30 minutes away on the highway.
Right.
So we get on the bike and she take off, she flying, and I'm like, oh shit. So now, I'm telling you, like, the adrenaline and everything was like flowing through my body. I'm telling you, I'm like, never been on the highway before. Finally, we pull up where we going. And my eyes went from, I'm about to kill you, to, what? Rough Riders? Wait a minute, you didn't tell me we were going here. I'm like, let me fix myself. I'm like, what? And from that moment, we were actually going to a suicide awareness ride.
Wow.
And I was so motivated and captivated by everything that I saw. I was like, okay, I like this. And then we ended up going on another ride. Oh my God, I thought that was over. So now we're going to Philly.
Wow.
So now I ride from Trenton, from Burlington to Philly.
You
got
ride.
You got
Still-
over that highway thing quick.
Quick.
I got
Quick.
no
They got
choice.
it over quick. So I'm like, yo, now I'm going to Philly. So I think when I first started prospecting, they was calling me stall out for a long time because
Okay.
I stalled out right on the bridge while we were
Wow.
going to pay the tolls. And they was like, so how long you been riding? I was like, yeah, I've been riding like a year.
It's been like
Minus
roughly
6 months.
like-
Minus 6 months.
Roughly 6 months.
Yeah.
More
So
like 4.
we ended up going to our destination in Philly, and I was just so intrigued. Actually, one of my sisters in BBB got vested that day. So just seeing all of that, and then being a Rough Rider fan growing up,
Yeah.
like that was my era.
Mhm.
So it was like, I remember getting in trouble in high school because I'm like drumming on the desk like DMX beats and like making up freestyles in history class to Ride or Die Chick and stuff like that. So like I wore the bandanas. You couldn't tell me I wasn't eating when I was growing up.
Okay.
So
We're gonna get to that part too about how did you start with the music.
yeah.
So you join the club. You're obviously you
Join the club. My prospecting journey was interesting because I was still in school. So I used to get in trouble all the time from my PM, like shout out to groceries. I used to get in trouble to my PM all the time. And he's like, Yemaya, you have to come to XYZ events and this and that. And I'm like, yeah. I call him Big G. I'm like, yeah, Big G, man. See what happened. Dude, big. So I'm like, yeah, see what happened is I'm taking midterms. I'm doing this. I'm doing that.
Right.
So when I came out, I almost got cut. So he was like, you just not showing up. You're not doing anything. I'm like, listen, let me make a deal with you, right? I got 2 months left of school. I don't care if you extend my prospecting period or not. It got extended. I got 2 months left of school. Let me finish school, and I promise you, I'm gonna give you 100%. I promise you. He like, all right, yeah. They gave me my 2 months that I needed. Graduated from school. I was actually supposed to go to my graduation in Florida because I went to Everglades University. But we had our first chapter ride, first time vested. I skipped my graduation.
Wow.
And I ended up going on that chapter ride. And that night, when we went back, I woke up the next morning and my sister passed away. So that was literally our last ride together.
Oh wow.
So to me, that was worth it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I would have never got that chance to ride that. I would have never had that last memory of her. And so shout out to Lady Fee. Rest in peace, Lady Fee. She was definitely one of my biggest motivations to get out there and ride. And not only get out there and ride, just to be in leadership. Because I remember, like, you know, when we would line up in formation, I used to be like, dang, everybody that's in the front is officers. I'm the type of person, I don't like to be in the back.
Right.
I'm a leader. I'm too much of a leader. Like, even when I knew I was a novice at riding, I was proactive about getting better at riding. I hit up all my bros that I knew were the best riders in my chapter, and I called them like, yo, let's go riding. What you doing? Let's
That's how
ride.
you do it though. But
Yeah.
I can tell like you definitely stand out